I want to just jump on here really quickly for anyone who's dealing with toxic parents, narcissistic parents, is an estranged adult child. And I want to talk about how difficult it is to make that decision to go no contact and to stay no contact. For many of us who have had those very toxic, very narcissistic parents in our lives, you typically go through a very long period of time of deciding when and where is it time to go no contact. To be clear, the first time I went no contact with my mom, this was maybe 15 years ago. So it was before it was a fad. So this whole topic of conversation that children are just doing this to their parents because it's a fad is very obnoxious to me. Usually these decisions are made because there has been attempt after attempt after attempt to please parents be just healthy people in my life. And then their constant refusal to do so. Even when you make that decision, it's not a static decision. It doesn't stay that way forever. Sometimes you might decide to go low contact. Sometimes you might decide to reestablish contact. And sometimes, even though you need to stay no contact, it just gets hard. Just because you make that decision does not mean it's an easy decision, and it doesn't mean that it stays an easy decision. I certainly went through that this past weekend. There are parts of me, large parts of me, that miss my mom, and it's incredibly sad. I was talking about this with my husband where I was like, oh, this is so bothersome to me because right now, for some reason, my brain is in a state where I miss my mom. And he goes, well, what mom do you miss? And one of the ways I always talked about my mom with him when she was not being toxic, because it was always a bit of a roller coaster, was she's cool mom and then she's very toxic mom. And he was like, because it sounds to me like you miss cool mom. And I was like, yeah, I miss cool mom. He was like, I'm sure you don't miss all the times that she called you in a complete meltdown, destroying your life, throwing havoc into your life, completely making you devastated, tearing you down, making you feel worthless, all these different things, leaving you crying and sobbing, just completely railroading, going past all of your boundaries. He said, I'm sure you don't miss that. And I said, no, I don't miss that. And he was like, if only your mom could be cool mom all the time. And yeah, that's what it's about. The thing is that I'm not willing to compromise my emotional health and safety and well-being to hope that my mom will mostly be cool mom, because the damage that she inflicts upon me completely out of nowhere, very spontaneous most of the time, it's just too harmful for me to say, yeah, okay, I'll allow you back in my life for these random times to happen. Because what happens when she's cool mom is that I feel like I can trust her more and more and more, and I start maybe sharing secrets with her, or we're having a really good relationship, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, it's like the most devastating blow that you can ever receive. And it's happened too many times, way too many times. You'll go through moments when you go no contact with your parents of, I miss them. I miss the cool part of them. I miss knowing that they're capable of being that way, but they refuse to do so. And it's okay that there is a non-linear healing journey that you have to go through when you're dealing with toxic family members. It's not easy. There's some part of it that will always be hard, and there will be moments, even when you feel certain in your decision, where you will feel this way. And that's all okay. That's okay.